In this video, you'll learn how to create sections and elevations in ideCAD. We'll cover customizing settings for general display, cut elements, story levels, and annotations. You'll see how to draw section and elevation lines, set view directions, and generate detailed views with composite materials and perspective effects. Finally, we'll produce multiple sections and elevations to complete the project documentation. By the end, you'll know how to generate professional section and elevation drawings with precision in ideCAD. Let's continue with generating sections and elevations. Sections and elevations can be automatically created using the section line and elevation line commands found in the Tools section under the Drawings tab. What's important at this stage is the level of detail in the model. The more detailed the project, the more comprehensive the resulting sections and elevations will be. Now, let's proceed to create a section. Click on the Section Line command. Click the Settings icon from the toolbar to open the Section Settings dialog. The settings available in the Open Section Settings dialog are common settings shared by both sections and elevations. In the General tab, the section ID, description, cursor type and size, as well as the appearance of the section line, including its line type and color, can be adjusted. It is also possible to define whether the section will include the entire building, only the current story, or only selected entities. If there are any objects that should be excluded from the section view, they can be deselected here, such as foundations, libraries, jambs, sweeps, railings, terrains. In the Section tab, the visual representation of cut elements in section drawings can be customized. This includes defining their color, pen thickness based on that color, and hatch type. Wall display settings are also available. Walls can be shown with or without plaster, and the plaster thickness can be specified accordingly. If building elements are assigned a composite material, their display in sections can be further controlled. Draw Composite Hatch option enables detailed material layers and hatch patterns to be shown. Draw Only Lines option hides hatch patterns, producing a simplified and cleaner drawing. Draw Section Hatch option displays general thickness and hatch without detailing the material layers. For faster results, the Draw Only Lines option can be enabled. In addition, if ribbed or waffle slab systems are used in the project, their representation in section views can also be adjusted from this tab. In the Elevation tab, the colors and pen thicknesses of the building elements can be adjusted for elevation drawings. This allows the elevation to be represented with both visual clarity and technical accuracy. In the Leveling tab, a sense of depth can be added to elevation drawings by varying line thickness. Objects closer to the viewpoint are drawn with thicker lines, while distant objects appear with thinner lines, creating a perspective-like effect. 3 staging methods are available. Equal distance applies uniform spacing between depth levels, adjusting line weights evenly from front to back. Level-based automatically analyzes the structure and adjusts line thickness based on the actual component levels. User-defined allows manual control of depth levels, giving flexibility in how depth is represented. In the Stories tab, the display settings for beam levels and story level lines can be adjusted, including their color, line type, and length. The placement of story level lines can also be modified according to the drawing's layout. Additionally, the position, text height, color, and style of story names and elevation labels can be customized to suit the visual and technical requirements of the project. In the Additional Options tab, comprehensive customization settings are available for section and elevation drawings. Text size and color for section and elevation names can be defined to match project standards or presentation needs. Section elevation markers are automatically generated when a section or elevation is created. These markers display critical data such as door window and slab elevations. For elevation markers, 2 separate lines can be defined. The main line may include information like beam, door window, or detail elevation. The second line can display door window or detail elevation. The visibility, font, color, and size of floor text, which may include zone names and room details, can be customized. The specific text details shown in floor annotations can also be configured from this section. The Perspective Effect Line Separation option enhances the sense of depth in section and elevation drawings. When enabled, gaps are automatically inserted between objects that are closer and those further away. This spatial separation is applied both horizontally and vertically, helping to improve the clarity and readability of complex drawings. In the Axis Lines tab, you can configure how axis lines appear and are positioned in section and elevation drawings. The following settings can be adjusted: placement and alignment of the axis lines within the view. Which axis lines will be displayed in the drawing? Text height and color for axis labels. Line color and line type. Size and appearance of the axis bubbles. In the Terrain tab, the visibility of hidden elements within the terrain, as well as terrain contour and terrain subobjects lines, can be managed. You can also define the line color and line type of these terrain elements to suit your drawing style and presentation needs. After completing all necessary adjustments, click the OK button to close the dialog. To define a new section line that includes the stair, define the section line that passes through the stair as you would draw a straight line. Click to place the first and second points. If needed, a stepped section can be defined at this stage. This method is especially useful when multiple key areas need to be included in a single section. For now, a straight section line will be used. To complete drawing the section line, click the OK command from the toolbar or select Finish Line from the right-click menu. This confirms the section line and allows you to define the view direction. Position the cursor to set the direction. Since the stair is the focus, the section will face that way. Click the left mouse button to complete the direction definition. The section line is now created. Double-click on the section line to open the Section Settings dialog. You may adjust the settings in the section dialog if needed. When the Generate button is clicked, the program begins creating the necessary objects for the section view based on the defined section line and current settings. Once the section is generated, its page is opened automatically. The parts of the stair that are cut and those visible in elevation are both displayed in the section view. Zones and building elements that are defined with composite materials are represented in detail, showing all material layers. Let's define a new section line that passes through the stair so that the entire stair is included in the view. Another section line named 1 is available. Let's create a new one. Create a new section line in the same parallel direction. Double-click the newly defined section line to open its settings. Change the name to 1. After adjusting the required settings, click the Generate button. If a section with the same name already exists in the project, a warning message is displayed. Project contains drawings with the name section. Do you want to delete them? In this case, confirm by clicking the Yes button to replace the existing elevation with the new one. The new section page is then opened automatically. A section has been created so that the entire stair is included in the view. Now let's define an elevation line to create an elevation view. Click on the Elevation Line command from the Drawings tab. Draw the elevation line just like drawing a regular line by selecting the start and end points. Define the viewing direction by clicking once more, then complete the elevation line. Double-click on the elevation line to open its Elevation Settings dialog. Adjust the settings as needed, then click the Generate button to create the elevation view. At the end of these steps, the elevation drawing will be generated. Using the same method, you can define and generate as many sections and elevations as needed throughout your project. With this, the section and elevation creation processes have been completed. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore the knowledge base for more tips. See you in the following video.